Then we have another thing where Brittney Griner says that says something about that effing white girl. Now, can you imagine the outrage if Caitlin Clark said those things? The injuries that black girl was running for.
The WNBA is facing another controversy that highlights ongoing concerns about how the league treats its top star. Newly surfaced footage appears to show Brittney Griner calling Caitlin Clark a FING white girl after fouling out during a game against the Indiana Fever. Meanwhile, the league, which has greatly benefited from Clark's popularity, is being criticized for allegedly overlooking what some view as repeated targeting and mistreatment of the player who has helped revive interest in this struggling organization.
Sure what she said, but the way people are taking it is that she said some very disrespectful stuff. Alright, so let's take a look at what she is saying right here. I'm not a lip reader, but it looked like right here she says, effing white girls. Oh man, effing trash, effing white girls. Effing trash right there. Effing white.
During Thursday night's game, an 81-76 win for the Indiana Fever over the Atlanta Dream, another controversy emerged that critics say reflects the ongoing tension surrounding Caitlin Clark. Brittney Griner fouled out of the matchup and appeared frustrated after being outplayed by the 22-year-old guard. Griner, who previously drew international attention following her high-profile detainment in Russia and subsequent prisoner exchange, was visibly upset as the game concluded.
The post from Brittney Griner, and one thing I don't understand is that, like, there is some kind of flimsy evidence, I guess. Like, we're not lip readers. We're not lip readers. She probably says trash. Like, it sounds like she has said. It looks like what it apparently says is effing
After struggling throughout the game and scoring just 5 points in 25 minutes, Brittney Griner eventually fouled out. As she left the court, cameras appear to capture her mouthing the words trash and FING white girl, seemingly directed at Caitlin Clark. The moment quickly drew criticism, with some observers arguing that a veteran player should model professionalism, even in moments of frustration after being outplayed by a younger, smaller opponent.
If you guys did not watch the game in its entirety, Brittney Griner fouled out late in the fourth, and she was in foul trouble the whole game. The referees was definitely calling everything on her. Even though the Indiana Fever really didn't get a chance to shoot a bunch of free throws that game, they was making specifically calls against Brittney Griner, and she was getting frustrated about it, man. Now, footage has surfaced, a couple different takes on this clip as well as to what she actually said. Some people saying she didn't call Caitlin Clark a effing white girl. Some people say that she said what a effing whack call. At the end of the day, she said something.
The footage has since spread widely across social media and appears to show Brittney Griner having an emotional reaction as she left the game. While lip reading is not perfectly reliable, many viewers believe the video shows her directing inappropriate language toward Caitlin Clark. The moment has fueled debate online, with critics arguing it reflects poorly on professional standards and sportsmanship, while others caution that the interpretation of the clip is not definitively proven.
Well, now it appears that Brittney Griner has been caught on video. And yes, there's a certain amount of lip reading that's going on here, but y'all let you be the judge, because I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to try to decipher what it is Brittney Griner was saying. By the way, she fouled out of a WNBA game against Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. She plays for the Atlanta Dream now. So here we go. Brittney Griner, who Joe Biden acquired 2 years ago and maybe the most lopsided trade of all time, this side of Deshaun Watson, was caught on camera saying what appeared to be some not very nice things about white girl Caitlin Clark during her little WNBA game last night.
The clip quickly went viral and drew strong reactions online. The situation stood out even more to critics because Caitlin Clark did not have an unusually dominant performance, finishing with 11 points in the win. To them, the moment reflected frustration from Brittney Griner rather than any single standout play by Clark. Some commentators argued that the language Griner appeared to use would likely lead to disciplinary action in many workplace settings. The incident involving Griner was not the only flashpoint in the game. Clark also had an on-court exchange with Ryan Howard, which resulted in both players receiving technical fouls. The league later issued matching $30 fines to Clark and Howard, treating the situation as mutual misconduct. Critics questioned whether the penalty was too minor, especially given Clark's high profile. Meanwhile, the WNBA has not publicly confirmed or formally addressed the alleged comment by Griner, and the situation continues to generate debate among fans and observers about sportsmanship, discipline, and how incidents involving star players are handled.
Seeing a lot of very, very racist women, right? These are racist women who were taught that they were God's gift to women's basketball, that they are black, and because of that, they are better than white people at sports. That's the one area that they can succeed over white people in sports, right? And this is their league, right? Then you got a young, the stereotypical white girl, pretty, skinny, is better than it comes into the sport and becomes the Michael Jordan, LeBron James of the sport. The face gets more publicity on one than they've ever got in some of their playoff, any of their games ever. Brings more money. They are extremely jealous and won't say it. They want to make it like it's typical basketball. But no, they have made it very clear. Angel Reese, the Brittney Griners, nobody cared about their league.
Critics say the situation reflects what they view as inconsistent enforcement by the WNBA in matters involving Caitlin Clark. When Clark is part of on-court altercations, the league has tended to issue matching penalties, treating incidents as shared responsibility. However, some observers argue that when other players are accused of crossing professional boundaries, the league has been slower or less visible in its response. The $30 fine issued after Clark's exchange with Ryan Howard has also drawn scrutiny from commentators who point to Clark's significant impact on the league's popularity and revenue. They note that her games often generate heightened fan interest, strong television viewership, and record merchandise sales. Supporters of Clark believe these incidents reflect a broader pattern of heightened physical and verbal attention directed toward her on the court. Others caution that basketball is an inherently competitive, physical sport and that many in-game conflicts are handled routinely by officials and the league. The debate continues among fans and analysts about whether Clark is being treated fairly and how the WNBA should respond to high-profile incidents.
We have another thing where Brittney Griner says that says something about that effing white girl. Now, can you imagine the outrage if Caitlin Clark said those things? That Angel Reese, that black girl, was running from that. Why is it that the black players can be openly racist? There's investigation into racist comments, but you can be racist toward a white girl who is bringing all these eyes to the WNBA.
Supporters argue the alleged Brittney Griner incident could be a pivotal moment for the WNBA. They say the league must decide whether to more clearly enforce professional conduct standards or continue facing criticism over inconsistent responses. Some believe that taking action would reinforce expectations around respectful behavior and demonstrate a commitment to protecting all players, including Caitlin Clark, while failing to respond may deepen ongoing concerns among fans and observers.